Your thoughts on the start of the second half of the season here, where you guys are on the road for 3 of the first 4 weekends?
Well, we were at home for 2 at the end of the year, but it's okay. I mean, I think it was nice to get a game in there Saturday, and it's the way the schedule is, and obviously we got to win on the road. I mean, we got to win no matter where we're playing here, because like I said last week, our margin for error is not very big.
You talked a lot about getting points every chance you could in the first half. Because not getting points a couple of weekends are now you looking at, ties and everything aren't enough. You guys got to get wins here, not just points.
You know what? Again, Matt, I mean, we're going to go in every weekend. We go in every weekend trying to win hockey games, and you want to try and come out of every weekend trying to get points. And you know what? But we've got to play more consistently. This is the second half of the year, and we've got to continue to build to be playing our best hockey. When it really matters, and that's at the end of the year. And our first half, I don't want to be where we're going to be at Christmas time. I don't. I think we're close. I think there's some things we can get better at for sure. I think there's some things we've done extremely well, but hopefully, in the second half we start hitting on some of those things and improving on those things and becoming a better hockey team week after week. And this league will do that to you, forces you to get better. But I like our group. I think this group still has a great chance to do something here at the end of the year.
Anything during the break, do you do much self-scouting, and anything really stand out to you about this team?
No, you know what? I mean, you could sit and go with the obvious because we got shut out the last weekend that we didn't score. I think, if you look at the whole first half, we had 4 games where we scored half of our goals, basically. So obviously we're not a high-scoring team. Do we have the ability to score 5-6 goals in a game? Absolutely. But we're a team that needs to go into games thinking it's going to be, if we can get to 3, we're going to win games. We've got a goaltender that can win us hockey games. It's proven he's a solid goaltender. We've got, an older team that should know how to play in those games. So the things that probably stick out to me was, it seemed like when you're not scoring, the mistakes we made were magnified because they found their way into our net. So we're still going to probably make those mistakes in the second half, but hopefully we cut down on those and where they're at. We become a little bit better defensively, coming back into our zone. I think that's, there's a lot of good transition teams in our league. We saw probably the best one 3 weeks ago. So just cleaning that stuff up and just thinking the right way. I think you gotta think the right way in hockey. The 50-50 battles, you can't be cheating offensively. You have to play it on the defensive part. All those things come into play. And but when we have the puck, I want our kids to be aggressive. We need to get to the net more. We need to be a little bit hungrier around the net. I loved Dom's game on Saturday. I thought he was a guy that stepped up and really, kind of lit a spark for us. And that's what we need out of guys like that. And if those 3 goals, even though they don't count, give him some confidence. He's certainly capable of that, just like we saw last year with his first half. But we got other guys. We need production. We need more production out of some guys. But overall, I like a lot of things we did. Sometimes it doesn't always show in the win-loss column.
You kind of hoping Saturday's those 3 goals Dom scored in third period overtime are maybe a spark that can ignite him in the second half of the year here?
You know what? And here's the thing. Everybody looks at numbers. We all look at numbers. We were just talking about Corsi numbers and whatever the heck that is. But you know what? Dom played very well for us in the last month of the first half. Now, he didn't score 3 goals every game, but he did a lot of really good things, competed very hard, played his game, played more of that hard-nosed power forward type game, and I think you saw that again on Saturday. So I'm not disappointed with his game. He's going to get opportunities. Do I expect 3 goals every night? It'd be great, but he's going to get his opportunities if he plays that way, and he's going to find the back of the net if he plays that way. And I think we just need some more guys to follow.
Same with Iafallo. He kind of, maybe the score sheet doesn't always tell you how good of a first half?
Yeah, a little bit different. A little bit different. I mean, obviously they're different players, but I think we need more out of him. There's no question. I can sit and sugarcoat everything, but he's a guy that needs to get a little more engaged and get into some of those areas to score. Utilize his speed more effectively. So again, he's like our team. I think they're close. But we need to find that little push for our team, for certain guys, and some of that has to come from within.
You started the game, Dom and Al not playing together, and they got back together late. What is it about those two that continues to, that relationship is so good between the two of them?
Well, the first period we had some different lines, and as you saw, it was a combination of nothing for everyone. So I was going to continue to try and change and tweak and try and find something in the second period, which we did a little bit, but I don't know. I think we're going to continue to try and find, the right combinations. Some I think we have part of, but sometimes those things go stale, and sometimes you need to get away from them for a while before you go back to them, and that's the big thing for me. I mean, it shouldn't matter though. It shouldn't matter who guys are playing with if they're playing the way they're capable of playing, and I think that's probably the biggest thing. Guys get so caught up in who they're playing with, where they're playing, instead of just going out and playing the game the way they need to play. And I think we need more guys like that, and we'll be fine.
Is there a certain type of player you look at to complement those two on the ice, or does it kind of just depend on the game and who's playing?
Well, I mean, you look for it. Sometimes you don't always have it. I think Adam played very well with those guys. You got both of them. That one of them's on their off wing. So that's an adjustment for both of them, but it depends. I think through the second half, it might depend on the situations in the game, what we need. I think we're still kind of searching. I thought Blake Young had a great game there. He's been there before at times. Whether he can, stay there or not, that's entirely up to him, but some of those guys are going to get opportunities, whether it's there or somewhere in our lineup, if some of the guys don't get going.
You feel like the guys are sharing that mentality that you have, that they're close and maybe not looking at the numbers so much? You get the sense that they're not frustrated going into the second half?
I think they feel it. It's hard to pinpoint what can get us over that. I think that's something that we've had discussions with our captains, and I think we kind of have a little bit of an idea, but we can't look at what we haven't done in the first half. We've got a second half in front of us. I think everyone knows what kind of team we can be, and hopefully we can get there. We could easily have 3 or 4 more wins, but we don't. So we can't go, hey, we could have, should have. We only have what's in front of us, and we've got to go and work, and we've got to be prepared every game to play, our best game. And we've had a half a year to get under our belt, and guys understand. And like I said, if we come out and play like we did against the U.S. team in the first period, at any point during the second half, it's certainly not acceptable. They know what's at stake, and we've got to go play. But I don't know what can get you over that, and I'm not so worried about that. I just think we can do a few things better, and we need a little more production out of certain guys. And we need, Kaz needs to be good too. It starts there. He needs to be better than he was against North Dakota. So there's a lot of little things, but this group's got a good, strong belief in each other, and I think that that's probably the most important thing.
Health-wise?
Well, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Farley and Molinar didn't play. We kept them out for precautionary reasons, so they're back practicing. So a lot different than we were last year at this point. So it's kind of nice to have everybody healthy and competing and ready to go.
Farley and Molinar both be available for this weekend in
Yep.
Oxford.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of team do you expect out of Miami? Maybe another team that had a frustrating result-driven first half.
Yeah, their makeup, their team makeup is a little bit different. Obviously, they lost a lot of scoring, but they return a lot of good players. And if you look at their scoring, 2 of their top 3 scorers are freshmen, so they've replaced them with some pretty good players. But they always play hard. They're an aggressive forechecking team. Offensively, their D will get involved, but they really run a lot of high F3 and 3 and 4 high and things like that. But they're physical. Our D are going to have to make plays under pressure. Our forwards are going to have to make plays under pressure. And I thought, watching the RPI games a little bit, I thought they defended very well. They really packed it in and blocked shots. So I know we've had some great games, and we've had a lot of success against them in their building. So hopefully that bodes well for us. But we've had a lot of great games, and I just expect an up and down, hard-nosed, physical series with them. And again, it could come down to special teams, goaltending, but they're a good team. They're a good team. Their record doesn't indicate that.
With this league a couple years old now, do you start feeling a sense of rivalry with schools like Miami and Western? Maybe even so with Miami, because
A little bit. Well, we've played Western a lot too. So, you know what? To me, they're a little bit. Both teams play a little bit different style. Miami's not quite like Western, but they did, when they first came in here, bring a little bit different style and something that, I think is a good challenge, and I think, it's fun to play against. Even though, Western gave us fits until we beat them this year, and they probably will continue because they're a big team. But Miami's, a very physical team that can skate, has skill. And they don't give you a lot either. So it was just a little bit different than maybe some of the other teams that you get used to. So I think it's been fun. I think it's been, some different challenges that are put in front of you. And, you got to play. I think that's what hopefully makes you a better team, is that you see some different styles of play, some different challenges throughout the year from teams that you play. And hopefully that makes you better at the end of the year.